Over the past year, I've been YouTubing, and since that time, I've gone through a lot of gear. So in today's video, I want to show you all the gear that I've gone through and what I've experienced from each piece of equipment and what I use now, and maybe some of this could be helpful to you if you're looking for, what you need to get started or what you have already. Before I started YouTube, I did regular photography, just still photography. So I had this camera, it's a Canon, and it's a little old now, but it was, I've had it for almost 15 years, I guess. And I use this a lot for my regular photos, and I still actually do use it. And it's a great camera, and I've got some good lenses for it. But what I found was for video, this is really not a good camera at all for video. And there's a couple reasons why. One of them is 1080p is all it shoots in, which is not a huge deal, but it does kind of hurt a little bit when you try to zoom in. There's sometimes when you want to crop in and you kind of get a little pixelated, so that's not ideal. But the real big reason is there's no autofocus on this camera. So if you wanted to set something up, set a shot up, you would have to figure out a way to manually focus it and then stay in that focus spot through the whole video, unless you had somebody filming you and they knew how to do all that stuff. But I don't have that. So the other thing is the screen does not turn around on this. So in order to do anything and set it up, you would have to set it up, get your focus right for the focus point that you think you're gonna be in, and then go sit where you're gonna sit or stand where you're gonna stand and shoot your video. It's actually really kind of annoying. And so the articulating screen, the lack of articulating screen, doesn't let you see, where you're at, where you're framed in the photo, in the image. So this one really was not a good option for video. So I did a lot of research. And when I was looking around and seeing what people were saying, a lot of people were giving this really good reviews. This is the Sony ZV-E10 II. And a lot of people were saying this is a really good kind of budget starter camera I was looking for something with interchangeable lenses so that, if I wanted to get creative and do a different shot, I could just take the lens off, put another lens on, and still use it. So there's other options that are not where you can change the lens, but this was the kind of the cheapest bang for the buck type of camera I could get for the money and for doing what I wanted it to do. So this was, obviously it's 4K, it's one of the newer cameras, and it has the articulating screen, and the autofocus is really good on this camera. So this was really what I needed. But when I bought it, it came with this, which was a handle to put on it so that you could kind of hold it to yourself and shoot, say shoot yourself, but you could hold it and see yourself, and it worked really good. But I didn't really like, kind of filming myself like this. It felt weird, and the footage got a little shaky when I did that. So of course I needed something else. And so I looked around and did some more research, and I found one of these, which is kind of a gimbal that, you could put your camera on here, you mount it on here, and it keeps it steady. Even if you're moving around and stuff, it kind of steadies it out for you. So this was a really cool option, and this helped me a lot shooting on the go. But this is actually it's not as good for, filming yourself as it is for filming others. So I use this kind of in other projects that I do when I'm not filming just me, when I'm filming somebody else or doing something else with B-roll or something like that. Sometimes this is better for that. But of course you need some sound. So after more research, I found this, which is the DJI Mic 2. And this is just a microphone package kit. It comes with a receiver and 2 microphones. So this connects to the top of the camera, and then I can have a transmitter, and I can have mics on me so that I don't have to worry about the audio quality. The quality of audio is really good in here. So I started using that. I wound up liking this camera so much, this ZV-E10 II, that I got a couple more of them. I got them in white this time, just to change it up a little bit. But I got tripods for them so that I could put them in different locations, and some zoomed in, some zoomed out, just different points of view from each camera. And then I could shoot in one take and have 3 different views so that I could switch them in post. So during this whole process, I was shooting mostly in my office. I would have a shot, of me outside every now and then, or I was experimenting a little bit in the house or whatever. But most of my videos were shot inside. And so at the time, what I felt that I needed was a better way to present, or a better way to talk, a better way to understand my scripts. So I got this. It's a teleprompter. So I would hook this up to my computer, and then I would be able to see the words through the screen. The lens would go back here, and I could see right through it and talk the script that I wanted to speak. And so obviously I also needed some lighting. So I got this, which bolted onto my desk, and I was able to put this by that and get the better lighting that I needed for the shot. And then I kind of got bored of all that. And so I changed things up, and I really don't shoot that way anymore. I haven't used the teleprompter in months now. And I really didn't enjoy that whole process. It was boring for me, and I could see that it was a boring video too. So it was really, I kind of wasted a lot of time doing that. So after using all that equipment and going through that whole process, I've changed the way that I create now, and I've kind of simplified things. And all that gear that you just saw, I usually don't use any of that. So let me show you what I use now. I use my drone for a lot of the shots that are kind of wide and to set the scene. So that's a piece of equipment that I've had for a long time, even before I started YouTube. And it's come in handy. I still use that. It's not necessary, but it's kind of cool to use every now and then. The other thing I use is, really, I just shoot with my phone. And I shoot my phone on a gimbal. So this is a handheld gimbal. It's from DJI also, and it's the 7P, and I really like this one. I just got this recently, a couple months ago, and I really like it, and it works well with my phone. And the thing I like about my phone is that it's easy to just pick up and shoot. So I don't have to deal with much issues other than that. After having the opportunity to use all the equipment that I've used, I've kind of gotten to where, they're all tools. They're all tools that you can use for different things. And I don't think there's a one size fits all for anybody. But for me, what I've found is being able to simplify the process. I've really just kind of gone back to my phone. And I primarily use my phone just because it simplifies things for me, and it gives me the ability to be more creative when I'm doing things. So it's just the workflow for me. I might change things, as I learn. I'm still learning a lot. So as I learn and I grow, I might change things up and use different cameras and different gear. But for right now, this is what's working for me, so I'm gonna continue with this. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.